Hello everyone, Dr. Kellie Cassidy, Clinical Psychologist and owner at Cassidy Psychology in Mount Pleasant and Canning Vale. Today I'm asking the question, are you stressed? And that's going to be a bit of a focus on most of our videos this month, or for the remainder of this month, and we'll highlight it also in our newsletter for June. But I really wanted to just focus today on, well, what is stress and how do I know if I am feeling stressed? Stress isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just the body's way of responding to a demand or a pressure that's been placed on it. And in that way, it's actually a healthy reaction, because when we observe and notice that we're feeling stressed, our body responds and it usually does things to help us cope. And in fact, we know from research that a moderate amount of stress actually improves our performance and helps us to do better in most things. It's only when stress is too much, or it's been for a really prolonged period of time, that it becomes a problem and starts to affect our physical and our mental health. So it's important for us to first be aware stress isn't necessarily a bad thing. But when we are talking that bad stress, if you like, the things that we might want to look out for are a decrease in motivation, feeling really moody perhaps, having issues with sleep, either not being able to sleep or wanting to sleep too much, maybe getting headaches or physical aches and pains. Perhaps your immune system will be run down, you might be picking up lots of colds or those sorts of things. There's lots of different things. It could even just be that sense of feeling overwhelmed with life as well, and everything just feeling too much. So it's important to know and always be reflecting for yourself, where am I at? And take that time to ask, could I be stressed? Have I been stressed for a long period of time? How are things going for me? And there's obviously lots of things in life that are going to cause stress for us, whether that's relationship issues, work pressures, generally just managing the demands of life can be an issue as well. It might be that you've experienced a trauma, or there's been a death in your life, or perhaps you've had some sort of conflict going on, or bullying perhaps. Maybe there's financial pressures. The list is probably endless of the things that can cause us stress, but importantly it's really, as I said, thinking about how long has this been going on for, what can I do about this, and being able to step back from it and just notice it. And so in terms of talking about what we can do for stress, we're going to build on this over our coming videos, but I just want to first of all talk about the importance of just acknowledging it, noticing that stress is there and being aware of what's causing it. It sounds simple and easy, but honestly, sometimes that is one of the simplest things you can do, is to just label what's going on. Observe how it affects your body and label it as a feeling of stress. Beyond that, the things that we recommend are making sure that you talk to people. We know that just talking about a problem, things that are going on, having that connection with somebody else can immediately lower stress. Making sure that you're exercising, that you're eating healthy, and that you're scheduling in time for relaxation and pleasant activities. Now, this doesn't have to be major things. It could be that you simply have a bubble bath. It could be that you get someone to give you a foot massage. It could be taking 10 minutes to sit and read a magazine that you really like to read. They don't have to be big, grand things. They don't have to be things that cost a lot of money. Simply taking the time to do something that makes you feel good is what we're talking about here, and ensuring that that's happening at least every day for a few moments. And perhaps, doing some smaller things and some bigger things is also really important. Beyond those, and they're the things that I'd encourage people to make sure are in place first of all, beyond that, I guess we get into skills and other things that as a psychologist we might be able to help you with. Perhaps you experience stress because you're not very good at communicating with people, or maybe you are really prone to procrastinating, or engage in other sort of unhelpful behaviours. Maybe you avoid things that create stress for you, and then things pile up as a result of it. Maybe you might be engaging in some unhelpful thinking. or perhaps you need a bit more help in terms of problem solving and recognizing what's in your control and what isn't, and what's solvable and what's not solvable. So these are all things that you might be able to do on your own, but you also might need a psychologist just to help you step back and try and make sense of some of these things, particularly if you find that you're falling in the same trap over and over again. That can be a good sign to suggest that maybe getting a bit of extra help, having someone objective to talk to, might be helpful as well. So I hope that makes sense. Just to recap, obviously stress can be helpful, but if it's prolonged or it's quite severe, you need to do something about it and make sure that you're taking care of yourself. That's probably all I want to cover for today. As I said, we will be talking about stress each week for the next few weeks. So I hope you join in and listen to those as well if you found today helpful. Please reach out if you do need some help. As always, we're happy to answer questions, provide some of those skills that I've talked about. So you can contact us at the practice. That's probably all for today. So as always, here at Cassidy Psychology, we're working together with you to help you flourish and thrive. And I will look forward to speaking with you again very soon. Bye for now.